Продолжение ве запознаваме со Јаmes Cook. Ништо не ми значи ни мене, но оно што ќе го видите многу интересно, тој создава уметност и тоа со старата добра машина за чукање. Ќе погледнете како.
Ако мислите дека машините за пишување заминаа во историја и може да служат само како експонат во некој музеј, тогаш запознајте го Јаmes Cook од Лондон. Младо момче, кој од бел лист и машина за пишување создава врвно уметничко дело. Неговата работа го прави уникатен, а токму тоа беше причината да го контактираме и поразговараме со него. Джеймс, најпрво здраво ти благодарам што ја прифати поканата. Кога започна да се занимаваш со овој вид на уметност?
I started about 8 years ago, and it was a college project to begin with. So I studied art at college, and it was something I'd seen online, and I'd done some research and found that there was an artist back in the 1920s that had done typewriter art. And I found out through some research that this artist had passed away back in 2007. But for the last 70 years, he'd spent his entire life making art on typewriters. So 8 years ago I started, so 2014. And I got hold of my first typewriter. I went to a charity shop in the town where I used to live. And now I've got about 50 typewriters. I've been very lucky because I've only ever had to buy 3 of them, and the rest people have seen the work online or in newspapers or on TV, and they've either come to an exhibition of mine and they've said, "Oh well, we've come to your exhibition. If we give you this typewriter, can we have a print in exchange?" And that's normally how it works. So I've accidentally become a collector of typewriters. This is just some of them behind me, but there's a whole lot more.
Доста си уникатен во тоа што го правиш, тоест нема многу уметници со занимање како твоето. Колку луѓето го препознаваат тоа и колку те бараат?
Absolutely. So I'm based in London. So I've got a studio here. And what I occasionally do is I'll go out to parts of the River Thames or somewhere in central London, and I'll take a fold-out chair with me and a typewriter. And there's a good chance someone will approach me. They'll see me sitting perhaps opposite Tower Bridge or Big Ben or somewhere like that, an iconic London landmark, and they'll come and see it. They even recognise the work. They may have seen it before in the newspaper, or they've never seen it before, and they're just curious and they wonder, what on earth is this guy doing with a typewriter on his lap? It's interesting. It's amazing how many people see the work. Obviously, I didn't expect to be talking to someone from Macedonia. It's crazy. I get commissioned from all over the world. A lot of my drawings go to America. I've got a lot of projects in America at the moment, and that can range from family portraits. People want portraits of pets or animals, or it's their house. It's so varied, and most people will request to have hidden words. That's the beauty of typewriter art as well. So you're not just creating a drawing, but there's also an opportunity to conceal hidden messages in the drawing by literally typing messages. So lots of people, when they commission a drawing, they want family names or dates that are of significance to them. It keeps the work interesting.
Најкомплексната работа, најсложеното дело досега во овие 8 години од твоето работење?
The most complex work is probably the picture behind me on the wall. That took 2 months to complete. I did try and estimate how many marks, stamped typewritten marks, are on that drawing. I can't remember what I came up with, but it's probably more than 750,000 marks. So letters, numbers, punctuation marks on that drawing. That's a print of it. So the original is actually not too far away from here. So because I'm based in London, there's someone that lives nearby who actually has that view of the London skyline. And the original drawing, me and a friend of mine had to carry that up the staircase because it wouldn't fit in the lift to go to their top apartment. So it took about 40 minutes to carry that drawing to the top. It's more than 2 meters in length. So yeah.
Дали имаш некои посебни желби и планови за во блиска иднина што би сакал да создадеш?
Yeah, so I'm currently working on recreating a picture of the Mona Lisa. There's a few secret projects that I'm working on. I'm just trying to think. There's a few more London landmarks that I'm drawing. One of the great things, or one thing that I like to do in my work is not work from the studio, but to actually go on location and work. So because I'm based in London, there's lots of, people that have access to observation decks, or they have a window that looks out onto the London skyline with an impressive view. And I always try to go and make contact with those people to actually go and take the typewriter there and work on location instead of taking a photo and bringing it back here. So I'm currently working on a drawing near Westminster Abbey, and it's an interesting view of the London skyline. So you've got Big Ben and the London Eye, and you can see the Shard and some of the city in the background. But this is from the top of a dome in what they call the bird cage. So it's quite windy up there. So I'll be making a return visit in a few weeks' time to work on a drawing. So that's what I'm working on at the moment.
Дали досега во овие 8 години имаш направено нешто што е поврзано со Македонија?
Not yet, but I will. Promise I will. I'll have to now, really. I should have thought of that. I should have done oh well.
Джеймс, ти благодарам за одвоеното време и ти посакувам многу успех во твојата работа. Ние се надеваме дека набрзо ќе видиме дело посветено и на Македонија.
Thank you very much. That's very kind.